find it strange. But this is your world. The world to which you longed to return. Alas, if only you had chosen to become sovereign. At the end of your travails, you could have ruled over these lands in perpetual peace. Yet that world of limitless possibilities has ended. You stand now upon its remains, the vestiges of a world that could have been so much more. Innumerable wills have served to deliver this world from extinction time and time again. You alone have refused to carry out that great purpose. What you see before you is the consequence of your apathy. Behold. As it has failed to be chosen, and as 'twill ne'er be read, this world will soon cease to exist. In the blink of an eye, the sickle of oblivion will reap aught that you have known. I would advise you not to waste these last moments. Explore the remnants of this world while you can. Perhaps, in doing so, you shall come to see the truth, and know the wretchedness of a world unworthy of being chronicled. How shall you fare, I wonder? Will you endure in this world, abandoned and unprotected?
Soldiers of bone!
Only attacks walk through the Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
No doubt this triumph will spur us into the next.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. Early Griffin gets the worm, as they say. eyes on this.
I felt certain I would find you here, Ryzen. And it seems I was right.
Not a bad idea. Why? 'Tis a treasure in the truest sense.
Master, do take care not to throw it away by mistake. What has become of the world? Would that there was someone who could explain this madness.
Come to think of it, did not Sir Raphaeus speak of releasing the world from its bonds in the seafloor shrine?
This is indeed a well balance. Perhaps we need to see about his wisdom. You'll not live to regret this!
More of the same, it seems.
Your pawn is nowhere to be seen, Master. But where would a pawn...
No longer do I feel the probing gaze of the Watching One. I am he who brought the dragon low, and o'er its bones raised the proud kingdom of vermin. Despite the magnitude of my feat, I was dissatisfied, and sought ere greater heights, till at last I ruled the world entire. Thus did I come to know of the Watching One. The being by whose many eyes and ears no one or thing in this world goes unobserved. As to the purpose with which they watch, I know not. Yet I did divine one thing. This I despaired at this discovery. For, if all is but a stage, did that not render my hard-won glories, my throne astride the world, mere spectacles for the all-seeing eye to watch? Aye, 'twas all a farce, and I, the fool, exulting in my wooden crown. Do you understand, newest of the Arisen? This is why I sought to fell the Watching One. Alas, though I cut down all who seemed false, be they man or woman, human or beastman, young or old, I did not succeed. Indeed, my efforts led only to my own ruin. I was dubbed the Mad Sovereign, and by the hand of a new Arisen, consigned to this place forevermore. Yet, I can only assume that you have achieved what I could not. How else to explain the changes I sense in the world? Ah, what bitter gall that I cannot witness the outcome for myself. Falter not, newest of the Arisen, for your path is just. And, fading spirit though I am, I may yet summon those who can be of aid to you.
I see you have returned, Arisen One. The Mad Sovereign has called, and so we answer. If you would save the people of this world from ruin, lead them here. For this place may chance to escape the coming destruction.
Making this a place of refuge is a splendid idea. It is safe, and apt to become quite cheerful once a crowd settles in.
'Tis no great shock to me.
Since times of eld, remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Bring me what ye reap, and I shall harness it to your benefit. Then I bid ye farewell.
The Mad Sovereigns, it could prove the last lass. The coming destruction can only true...
Since times, remember, draconic blood flows through the veins of lesser drakes as well. Then I bid ye farewell.
As we walked, one in despair of the dragon, and one for fear. Yet you hold fast to your strength of will, for it shall.
And here we are, in the blink of an eye. Shall we take stock of our surroundings?
A customer, then. That changes things.
And a sharp resist.
Me? Now, this hardly bears saying, but don't you dare try to take anything without paying for it first. Many thanks. Go on, have a look.
Suppose that's enough. It's a pleasant breeze.
Best sweep and dust. My bed falls and I shan't resist. Suppose I ought
To think that the world could shift so suddenly and so utterly, 'tis a frightful thing.
Who would wish for such a calamity? I refuse to... Let this be the end of things.
I've got to focus. The shift's only just begun.
Afraid it never put gold in my pocket.
Places such as this ought to be protected. Wickedness has no hold on the truth.
You're the Arisen. I am to inform you that Lord Phasis requests your... As to whether you heed him, I care...
Afraid it never put gold in my pocket.
Well, this is no good. Can't let myself sit streaming before I'm too tired.
I'll gladly stay a while.
Seems my feet always inches on all sides.
Few are privy to the goings-on in the Forbidden Magic Research Lab, even among the Batali.
That does seem to be the case. What's more, only a select few are granted entry.
Do the people not question its existence? I should like to know more about its activities, if 'twere me.
A lonely place, but not without its charms.
Ah, Arisen. You yet live. I suspected as much, given that your pawn still remains. One might hypothesize that your pawn is sustained by your vital essence. Or perhaps something more. In any case, we ought to apprise one another of the situation. Is there aught you would know? Ah, yes. I trust it has not escaped your notice that the end of days is upon us. After you vanished, together with the Red Dragon, the seas rose to swallow the skies. 'Twas perhaps a month from that evil day when a new calamity befell us. A host of dragons descended from the skies and fell upon the land with fang and claw. Luz the Oracle called upon me ere you arrived. As she tells it, Melve and its environs have already fallen prey to the beasts. 'Tis surely only a matter of time before the rest of the kingdom follows suit. I found the poor creature collapsed by the wayside. Near recognizing your pawn, I decided to take the ailing thing into my custody. I thought it possible that the Arisen's pawn might hold the key to making sense of all this madness. Alas, try what I might, your pawn will not wake. Mayhap you will succeed where I could not. The pawn is, after all, yours to command. Indeed, then I shall take my turn. In your absence, I had hoped your pawn might yield me some information. But as you have returned, I would hear the truth from your lips. Tell me, Arisen, what became of you this past month? So, following your plunge into the sea on the dragon's back, some mysterious presence reached out to you. Could that have been the World Forged? Yet why would such a being linger in those fathomless depths? I can only speculate. And speculate I shall. This ought to prove a fruitful avenue of investigation. For that I thank you. Now, if you can find a way to end this interminable slumber, your pawn is, of course, free to rejoin you.
Oh, Master. How long I've slept? Far too long, it seems. But worry not. Now that I am awake, I shall follow wherever you lead.
you and I are birds of a feather.
The fiend unknown is the most perilous.
Remain alert, and naught shall catch us by surprise.
You saw the sky fall, I trust. I doubt you could have missed it. And wherever the sky falls, a dragon soon appears to lay waste to the land. Or so I had assumed, after what befell Melv. Yet aught here appears to be different. I must examine that creature. It may well be the key to unraveling the origins of this cataclysm.
Something like a wall of light impedes our progress. It is most vexing, but will...
Many paths are close to us now, on account of the dragon's descent, no doubt. But we must find a way to reach it.
Confound this obstruction. But I suppose I ought to have expected this. Answers were ne'er so easily won. Monsters! Summoned by that beast, no doubt.
You have my protection. And my magic imbue your weapon with the fury of the elements.
Principles unproven are as dust on the wind.
Show what you're made of, cuz!
That it? Might as well lay down.
Without sacrifice.
one monster down and 2 more replace it. We ought to ignore the rabble and focus on our true objective.
I am hard pressed.
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige. Stay with me, Arisen.
It seems this is the only way forward. Up we go. Alas, a theory unproven is of little practical use. Why do you falter? Come this way.
Feast your eyes on this.
Why do you falter? A fine welcome indeed. I can only hope that the worst is now behind us. Few know the real nature of the dragon.
What's that?
I will protect you.
There are too many of them. Better we cut down only those we must to proceed.
Tide is turning against us.
Only truly impartial observers can perceive it. The beast's fell powers are twice as terrible in the flesh.
Oh, very well. Back to your side I go. I weren't expecting mercy. I must admit that it feels wonderful to strike through.
Ever
suppose we must proceed.
This cannot continue.
Theories on manifesting the dragon have worked. There it is! The dragon at the heart of all this destruction. Singular creature. Is this what called the monsters forth? I should like to capture it and bring it back to the lab. Why did you destroy it? The secrets we might have learned. Never mind. You've your charge, 'tis true, and the fiends appear to be falling back. But I trust you won't object if I take a sample of its remains. After all, your role is to save this world, and mine is to pursue its secrets. Go, do what you must. I will remain here and continue my work. Someday soon, I will lay bare the truth of this world. And on that day, I will slip the yoke of this broken order that rules us all.
To think that vase was in truth a dragon. 'Twas clever of you to realize its true nature, Master.
You've pushed your luck too far.
I'll not take that from you.
Pray calm yourselves, good people. I will have none of this squabbling.
So, Manella, you don't understand. This scoundrel's the one who started it.
No, you don't understand. This is no time for the people of Batal to be quarrelling amongst themselves. We shan't weather this calamity unless we can recall our common purpose and unite our efforts towards it.
I've things to do, if you don't mind.
How dare you!
Ah, Sir Arisen. With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes. And should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene.
'Tis no mere tavern brawl we are to mediate, Master. Due caution is advised, methinks.
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
I can't stand this.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business. This...
Aye, leave off or we'll make you.
Have you lost your bloody mind?
Reckon you can just cut us down in the street? What's the matter with you? Eh? Fine, fine. We'll set our squabble aside for today, so bother us no more.
That is one step too far. This is good. I've wares aplenty, as you can see.
Looking for all's invitation to the only one box. We can get
You're just riding on your father's coattails!
You slander my honor, sir! I demand a duel. This is no business of yours. Begone!
Now, Narbril, if we are to duel, otherwise who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other. Then well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? This knave dared to slight my honor. He said my swordsmanship was hardly fit to wound a training dummy. The bloody nerve of him.
And I'd say it again. 'Twas your dear father's patronage that made you a sentinel, not your own skill.
Very well. I'll not force the issue, but do keep back, lest you become entangled in the fray.
Ah! Let us settle this! Once...
Stay back, lest you get caught in the fray.
Have you lost your wits? Keep your distance!
Keep back! I do not wish to injure you.
You'll never live it down!
You dare violate the sanctity of our duel? Do not protest.
It's a conundrum.
How dare dare you interrupt a battle between honorable...
Such humiliation shan't go unanswered. Prepare...
Look at us!
I ought to thank you for holding up a mirror to our foolishness.
Aye, consider your lesson well taught. Methinks I'd best reapply myself to my training.
I was most surprised when you intervened in their duel. Did you aim to temper their pride by proving neither your equal?
Not bad, all things considered.
Ah, Sir Arisen. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together. If we shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your doings. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day. I hope you'll accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought to be willing to commence the evacuation now.
No quarrel here.
Surely I'm overdue a day with new trade. My back's so stiff after a day's control.
As soon as you turn your back, out comes the dagger.
It is my duty to devote my life to prayer. This place never fails to calm my spirit.
I can't count the number of meats and fish that have gone to rot in my pack. You'd think the smell would remind me.
Ah, yes. That sounds familiar.
My sword arm.
You are an oddity, but I require your assistance. Will you oblige me? Yes, yes, very fine.
I've a nicking feeling I've forgotten something.
Preparations, King. You up my training regime.
Are the new recruits back?
Breadth of knowledge is no less important.
The only person I believe in is myself.
I must clear my mind of irksome thoughts. My thanks. I do hope 'tis a crack.
Her Majesty has begun her supplicate. Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude for your efforts, which have doubtless bettered the fate of this nation and its citizenry. Your journey continues, does it not? We wish you good fortune on your travels, wheresoe'er they may take you. Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave. Farewell.
Batal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I am certain rely upon Simonella to keep the peace.
Mayhap 'twas somewhat overdone, but no matter.
More must be urged to evacuate.
Let us begin with the place most likely to be marked for destruction.